Welcome to Give Yourself Grace. I'm your host, Grace Perry, and I am so thrilled you're here. As a content creator and coach, I've built a six-figure business to help women step into their power and share their stories with the world. My mission is to empower you to embrace your unique journey and every season this life has to offer. If you crave entertainment, guidance, and tools to transform your reality, you have come to the right place. So come with me on this adventure and truly give yourself the grace that you deserve. Let's dive into the show. Yes. Okay. Welcome to the show. Brooke! Oh my gosh. I'm so freaking excited to have you here. Brooke is not only my best friend, she is my business partner and someone that I deeply love and appreciate. And Brooke is here to just bless us with her presence. It's actually crazy because we took Keisha's New Year podcast launch course.
Yes.
We both had the vision on our hearts early this year to launch a podcast and just spread our messages. And connect with you guys, and we're out here doing
the dame thing.
And not only that, I mean, there's so much to go through because Brooke and I are power partners, and we do a lot of this business stuff together. So we're gonna go deep here today.
Gosh, let's do it.
Real deep. We're diving in because there's so much that we've experienced throughout our business journeys, especially when we came together.
Yes.
So I want to start with just thanking you for being here, first of all, and just diving into your business journey. How did you get started? And just tell us a little bit about your business.
Well, it really does go way back to my lemonade stand days. Mm-hmm. Who else had a lemonade stand? Me. I had my little pink cash box. But I do come from a long line of entrepreneurs. My mom and dad owned a bar. My grandmother owned a bar. My great uncle owned a bar in Trinidad, Colorado. And so entrepreneurship has been part of my bloodline. I did go to college. I went to the University of Arizona, and I didn't know what I was doing there. I was just having a good old time. And I came back from school with a psychology degree. It's so funny.
You took psychology?
Yeah, I know. It's bananas.
Wait, I'm dead.
It's been awesome because, it has helped me. So my mom has a mental illness, she's bipolar, but it has helped me just understand people.
Yes.
And you just know that, that the mental wellness is important and there's a lot of layers to it. So went to school, came back, and I was working at 12 in my parents' bar, just like cleaning and stuff. So I really grew up in that environment. I saw my mom and dad working. They worked 7 days a week. We were open during the holidays. So we were the local neighborhood bar. So if you think about your local neighborhood bar that you go in, everybody, it was called Jail Cheers, ironically enough. So it's like where everybody knows your name type thing. So my dad actually started his bar after leaving my grandmother, and they were in business together. And so they broke off, and it wasn't amicable at first. It was a little bit rocky. And so he opened it in 1983, and I started working there when I was 12, like sorting bottles, and I really saw what it took to run a business. And it just became the focal point of our life. It was very awesome in the sense of it afforded me a very nice life. But it also took a piece of we couldn't travel, there was, it's a business that's open until 2 a.m, yada, yada. So I came back from school and I was like, oh gosh, what am I going to do? My dad's like, well, until you find a job, why don't you come work at the bar? And I was like, okay, this is awesome. I'm 22 and I'm like, this is great. So I started waitressing. And what did that turn into? I started running it, managing it, and then I wanted to open my own. So we did open a second bar, and that one we opened when I was in high school. But I didn't start at that one. So when I was working at our first bar, everybody was coming in to see me. It was like so awesome. But again, I wanted to open my own and put some sweat equity in. And so I found a location, and it was literally probably about a half mile away from our bar.
Oh my gosh.
They were
so
all
close.
in this. Yes, but very different concept, a little bit nicer. Like Cheers was very much the dive bar. I mean, everybody knows those dive bars when you walk in and you can just smell the dive.
Yes, it's
right?
the Riptide Lounge.
Yes, and it was actually a bar.
It was
It was a bar called Sweetwater before my parents owned it, and it was nationally known because Howard Cosell Do you know who Howard Cosell? You don't. Okay. So he was a sports commentator, and he was like bashing the Broncos. And so all these people would like take a brick and throw it through the TV, and it was this huge thing. And so at that particular bar, the Sweetwater bar, they took a brick, threw it through the TV, it made national news. And then Howard Cosell, because at him, because he was like bashing the Broncos, he came out to the bar, it was a whole thing.
Oh my gosh.
And so yeah, there's these like bricks. So all of still to this day, because my parents just sold their bar after 40 years.
Wow.
And all of the newspaper clippings are still in the back. They're all yellowed out and stuff. But anywho, so I started working there. Sorry, I digress. It's just fun to share these pieces because being a native, a lot of people know about it. But you just started really feeling the tug to have my own.
Yes.
And I found a location, and this location had the success rate at this location wasn't great. But I was like, it has a patio. This is so awesome. And it was in a mall. It was in a strip mall, where others were, one was a freestanding building and the other was, it wasn't like a big mall like this mall was. So we signed on the dotted line at 26. I was like, mom and dad, we're all in it together. But it was really mine. And so I was running and operating that at 26.
Holy crap.
Yes. And so I was in it to win it, working 7 days a week. I saw all the things that life throws at you. I was married at the time, a very dysfunctional marriage. But yeah, I learned a lot through that business, but I ended up losing that business in 2008 due to redevelopment. And that redevelopment was very ugly because it was big business coming in, buying the strip mall that we were in after I just signed a 10-year lease. So it's like you sign for 10 years, then you have an option to sign for another 10 years. So it's basically like a 20-year lease.
That was your life.
I was invested.
You were like, I'm doing this forever.
Forever. And that's all I had seen. My grandmother had done it. My parents had done it. I was like, I didn't feel it was my calling. I knew it was not my calling. I always felt just discomfort in a lot of it because I knew I felt like I was infecting people because the liquor business is a very hard business. Yes. You see people who are coming in and I don't want to say wasting their life away, but you see a lot with alcoholism, and it's just not always the best environment when people are just spending their whole day there drinking. So I always felt something else was pulling me. I was always doing like charity stuff, trying to raise money. There's something always, God was with me at that time, but I wasn't very close to God. So I always felt like I wanted to give back. And my dad had done that because he was a basketball coach and he gave back, and I actually coached. Did you know I coached basketball and soccer?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yep.
So I did that too. And I felt really purpose-filled with that. But when I lost my bar at 36, I lost my identity because that's all I knew. Mm-hmm. And through that process, I went through a divorce. And then I ended up meeting the love of my life through a really, really rocky, tumultuous time. But that bar, that process of losing it, because it was so, the people that came in to buy it was a big corporation and a huge conglomerate, and they forced us all out, small businesses. I mean, this mall was predominantly small business. They were lying to us. They were very manipulative, threatening. It was really awful. And so, when you walk up and you go to the door and you see the sign on the door that you're no longer in business and you have to tell your staff, and you're thinking about like your whole life. Like I had invested 8 years of my life. Actually, no, I'm sorry, 10 years to my life to this. And I was like, what? It's gone in a day? Like, what is happening?
Oh my God.
Yeah, it was brutal. But it was such, God, I now looking back, God removed it from me because it was so toxic. I was working till 3 a.m. I was drinking a lot, and I wasn't fulfilled. I was merely doing it just for an existence. And the people I was hanging out with, some were really great people, but also it was a very toxic environment. And there's a lot of using, and there's a lot of, people aren't living to their higher calling, right? There's not people investing in themselves, doing self-development, working out a ton. And I love to work out too. So that was like, I was battling that. I'm like, here, I'm drinking a lot. And then I'm working till 3 a.m. And it was just really like, there's so much friction.
Totally.
Yeah.
It's so interesting too, because the restaurant industry, the bar industry for many is such a dive board to do what they want to do.
Yes.
Like, yes. I mean, even out of college, like I was working full time, Maddie's Sail Loft.
Yeah, I love
Very similar dynamics.
Yes.
Where it's like family run. I also worked at Three Cod Tavern back in my hometown. It's like you're in it. You're so in it that like,
and everybody knows your business, and you're such a part. Like these dive bars, and they're slowly fading off. It's crazy to see how the turnaround's happening. But they become this place of like a home base for a lot of people, especially if they don't, like for us, we were open during the holidays. So it was like like people who didn't have family. We were like their family. And so you just became so invested in their life, and you would just see, I mean, I saw so many great things. People got engaged through our bar. There was like national championships won. I mean, the Avalanche were really big, but anywho, it was such a great experience. But again, when you invest yourself in a business that is like solely your identity, like everybody knew me as a bar owner, right? And I just knew myself as that. So at 36, I was like, what am I going to do next?
it was a massive pivot.
Oh my God, it wasn't even a pivot. I didn't even know how to pivot. I would literally, Grace, I remember, so basically what happened was I was so traumatized by the whole experience. And my dad's like, why don't you come back to our other bar and work for us here? But my dad is very old school, so we were just butting heads. And I was like, you're old school, I'm new school, like just technology. Like he had the old cash register, and at my bar, it's like POS system.
It's like your parents and you come home for college and they're you're like, I'm an adult.
I was like, no.
And you're like, no,
yes.
you'll forever be a child and your grandparents.
Yes.
Your grandparents. Your parents
and I was doing high volume of food, and he was a dive bar. So it was a very different mindset. And I was like, I can't work here anymore. So what I ended up doing is my bartender at the time, her mom had a pet sitting business. And I was like, this is rad. I'm just going to go walk people's dogs. This is going to be great. Because I was so done with people. I mean, that's for a whole nother time. If I told you what happened in the last 2 weeks of my bar, people would be like, what? I mean, I could write a book on it, but...
We should write a book.
Yeah. And the last day that we closed, like, people were stealing stuff off our wall. I was like, what is even happening? But yeah, so I decided to take this job, which I've never really had a lot of jobs. I've had a handful of jobs in my life. And I was like, I'm just going to go walk people's dogs, which was fun in the beginning. But it got harder because I was like, I'm an entrepreneur. And I was like in this company, trying to build their company. I was like, you guys should do this marketing stuff and do all this. And I was like passing up. I'm like, what am I doing I literally went from a 6-figure income to like $300 a week walking dogs. But I was happier.
Yes.
And I was like, this is filling the void for me until I figured out, because I was like, to my point before I want to tell you, is that I was literally going home, Grace. And this is like giving yourself grace. I was watching these people on Oprah. And I'm like, how are these people doing these things, like these up-leveled people, right? Like they're writing books, they're, giving money away to their charities that they love. They're, just showing up in a way that I had never seen, like in the bar business, women. There's a lot of great women in the bar, but the bar business at that time was very misogynistic. And Budweiser, it's just selling women, right? It's like, you look hot, do all these things. And it wasn't like the one relationship I had in the bar business with another woman that owned a bar. She was sick, and she drank so much. There was just not this like collab type thing. I just felt bad for her. I was like, people are taking advantage of her. She's reaching out to me, and I'm like, I don't know how to help you because whatever. So
very different type of community.
Yes. So I'm watching Oprah going, how are these people do, like, what is this? How did they even get here? Right? I'm like eating potato, and I was gaining weight, and all this stuff was going down for me. But yeah, I was walking dogs for a little bit, and then an opportunity landed in my lap.
And what was that opportunity? Drum roll.
Yes, it's an opportunity that so many people still to this day frown upon, and I thank this opportunity for where I'm at today. It was really the precipice to this place, and it was network marketing. It's crazy.
So explain what network marketing is, because we see these major like celebrities who have started out in network marketing, which to me, we would call pyramid schemes.
Yeah.
Which has, if you've heard of a pyramid scheme, like what is that, Brooke, for people who don't necessarily know what network marketing is?
Well, it's direct sales. And it's funny because I wish, in looking back, I'm like, Budweiser, for all the Budweiser we sold, my parents should still be getting residual from all that.
Yes.
I mean, I'm telling you, but instead, Budweiser took those monies and put it and paid celebrities to show like brand deals, and they're, paying for their name to be on, arenas and, swag and all this stuff versus not compensating the people who are really pushing their product.
Yes.
And literally that's what network marketing is, direct sales, is that the company is rewarding you for building out these organizations and teams to promote the product and promote a business model, which the business model is brilliant. It's there's a lot shifting right now in the space because of affiliate marketing. But at that time, so how I came into network marketing is I was gaining weight. I saw a friend post on social media that she lost weight. I was like, girl, what is it? She sent me a link. I was like, I want to try it. I was also, there's a whole fertility pregnancy lane here too that we're not going to get into today. But I was like, I want to lose some weight. I want to feel good in my skin. My acupuncturist is like, this is great stuff. Like, put it in your body. And I was like, great. I don't even know what it is. Like, because I was always starving myself. I would eat an almond after a workout and think, this is awesome. I'm eating an almond. I'm losing weight.
Yes.
So I was like, oh, what is it to fuel yourself with protein and carbs and, on a cellular level. So I did it. And then my husband did it with me. And I did it on the down low. I did it so on the down low. I didn't share it with a lot of people. But my husband did it. And when men do something to lose weight, they look at the wall and they lose like 50 pounds. So my husband, who's just walking he lost 50 pounds.
Can he lose 50
He just
pounds?
shed this weight. Yeah. Well, because again, we weren't drinking as much anymore.
Still, that's
with
amazing.
this. Yeah. It did amazing things for him. We had energy again. We started working out. So it all just started rolling. So we were sharing,
So what was the company called?
It was called Isogenics. Amazing company. And so I started sharing it and I was getting paid. And the first time I made residual income, because I never knew what that was. My parents didn't invest. I didn't know what that, I knew what hard work meant. I worked 7 days a week.
Yes.
You work hard, here's the return. But to make money in your sleep, I was like, I would have had to walk 50 dogs in the snow.
Yes.
To make this type of money. And then I had this network, right? So people started seeing, they're like, what are you doing, Brooke? And I was like, it's this thing. And I was ashamed of network marketing because I saw some friends do it, not in the best way. And I was like, it's this awesome 30-day system, do it. And then all of a sudden I got reached out to by, upper leadership. And they're like, hey, Brooke, did you know you've got this bonus? Did you know? And I was like, no. And they're like, you need to come to an event. And I was like, I'm not going to no event. I'm not getting on. No. And I'm not, this is about boats and yachts. You remember the cheesy, that's what you think about with network marketing, the cheesy ads. So when I was growing up, the cheesy ads, you can win a yacht and you can be on the,
yes,
it's just
and
so
the
cheesed out.
Car. Yes.
Yes. And which is great. So I do not bash, I do bash unethical practices in any business.
Yes.
Can I get a witness? I don't know. I've seen it in every bit. I've been in every bit. I've been in a franchise. I've seen unethical practices in franchise. I've seen it all. So anywho, I was like, cool, this is great. And so I was like, to my husband, I said, I'm going to go learn about this company. And he's like, what? And I was like, I'm going to take all my product and I'm going to get on a plane and I'm going to go to Vegas and I'm going to learn. And he's like, whatever, he supported me.
Yes.
And so I got on a plane and I went to Vegas. And that's when I saw the vision, and I saw women who were clothed. Just gonna be real.
And leading.
And just doing it in a way that was giving me permission. It was I saw someone walk across stage. Her name is Angelique Nori. And I'll never forget it. She retired her husband and she had a big check. And I was like, how does she do that? And she was just an average person. She had tapped into the company's bonuses, and I was like, I'm gonna do that. So I came home, got to work, and then a year and a half later, I was on stage.
Oh my God, I have chills.
Yeah, it was so cool. But through that process, I met so many people. So, and I hate this millionaire term, but I met people building wealth.
Yeah, I don't hate that term.
Well, I think that people
hate that term.
and I don't either, but it's
No, but
there's so much attached with it. So I saw people building wealth in a way that wasn't selling their soul, right? It was in an impactful way. It was purpose-filled. They were doing it in a way where they felt good in their bodies and they were showing up and like how they presented themselves. So I was like, what?
Of the millionaire mindset.
Yes. And I was like, these
healthy.
books, and I started reading these books that I'd never, high school didn't teach me. My dad didn't teach me. My dad taught me a lot about business, but not about wealth.
Yes.
And I was like, what is this? How can I be better and grow and learn about myself? Because I will be honest with you, I was a very small-minded woman at the time. I was jealous of people doing the things I wanted to do instead of celebrating them. And through that growth process, I realized, I was like, oh, all this that you're attracting in your life right now is about you. It's not about them. You have to take ownership for your shit. Mm-hmm. I'm just going to say it.
Yes.
And so many people don't. They're like, project. So once I stopped projecting and realizing that I could have the things too, that I'm a woman of faith, and God was like, you can go after it, but make an impact. And so that's what I did.
How did you get out of your own way? Because I think a lot of people listening are stuck and do not have that mindset. And seriously, to even hear, like, from so many lives you've lived.
I feel like, yes.
So many lives.
So many.
But, you know, to hear you say, like, the projections and the mirrors, because, like, we feel that.
Yes.
We talk about that all the time in our business. I mean, even just hosting events and being around women that are healing and moving into that next level.
Healing myself.
Yes.
Yes.
Like, it's a forever process.
Forever.
It's not like, okay, we did one breath work.
Yeah. I read the self-development book.
And there's just always going to be more work.
Yes.
So, like, how did you get through it and get out of your own way? Like,
well, I humbled myself. Mm-hmm. And the people that I was judging, I reached out to for help. Mm-hmm. Whereas before, my pride wouldn't allow me to do that. My ego wouldn't let me do that. And so I'll just share this quick story. My friend Jen, I was not feeling great in my body, and she did what's it called? Comp. She was doing like a,
like competition?
Yeah.
Weightlifting competition?
Weightlifting, yeah. And so she looked amazing. And I was like, at the time in my unhealed self, I was judging her. I was like, she's going to the gym. Jen's at the gym. Oh, look, Jen's at the gym. Oh, she posted she's at the gym. Meanwhile, I should have been at the dang gym.
Yeah.
So I was like, once I humbled myself and realized, like, if you want what Jen has, you got to do what Jen's doing instead of judging her. Like, what are you doing? So I reached out to her. I was like, can you teach me how to weightlift? I was like, and I felt, y'all, a beginner weightlifter when you're in the gym is the most intimidating space because you've got people around you who know how to work the machines. They're lifting heavy. It's very male focused, which is great. Awesome. Fine.
I feel like I've been intimidated by the gym for like literally 20 years. Like,
oh God, there's so much. That's a podcast in itself.
Yeah.
Take your place up in the gym. That's all I have to say.
So here you're going with a professional, like literal.
She had just done a body comp. That's what I say. And so she was so kind. It makes me want to cry. She was so kind. She's like, Brooke, come, I'll teach you. And I was like, great. And so I humbled my dang self and I went and I lifted and I got in the best shape of my life. And it was just awesome. Like lifting for me is such a gift because it helps me work through a lot. But yeah, so I just say, like, humble yourself. The people who are doing what you want to do, and if they intimidate you, like, they want to help you. Like, reach out to them and be like, hey, can you teach me? In a way that is reciprocal.
Yes.
Not in a way that's a taking. But I did, there was a lot of good, synergy there. But yeah, she was so gracious. And I was like, Jen, I'm going to tell you a story. I used to make fun of you.
You said that to her?
Yeah. Yeah, we laugh about it all the time.
I have chills.
Yeah. So
now you're away from isogenics. You've moved into this entire new space.
Yes.
So speaking of coaching, what do you do, Brooke?
Well, I retired my isogenics position 3 years ago. Best thing. And if you ever do anything, do it in a very compliant, awesome way. Yes. I let my mentors know that I was leaving. And so I was at a stage in my life where I was like, what's the next step? And so I did a mastermind. I invested in myself. I was like, I have to get around people who can speak into me, but also give me, I love being in rooms with people doing different stuff and hearing how they're doing it. I love the how, because sometimes I'll take a little bit of the how. Because I get kind of like, my feathers get a little ruffled when people are like, you don't need to know the how. And I'm like, you need to know some of the how.
Yes.
You need to know some of the how.
Oh, we need to know the how.
Yeah. Like how to get an LLC, or like, just like the basic stuff. Like, yes, you'll figure out all the other stuff, like that's aligned with who you are and your value system, but just kind of like the stepping stones, So that's where I get kind of like, oh.
Did you ever take a business class with your psychology degree?
Not one.
Me either.
No. No.
Not one.
No, I felt like I had my dad was business 101. That guy. He taught me
Can you
something.
see? I want to make sure I can see you.
Yeah.
Okay. Make sure. I don't think I can see you.
No, you cannot. There we go.
Was it like that the whole time?
Yep.
Are you sure? What if I'm like, no?
I cannot see.
Okay, we need to make sure we can see your face.
Okay.
Uno momento.
Yep.
We're doing progress versus perfection.
Yes, I love that. I'm all for that
so
too.
now we can see you.
Yeah.
Okay, Jesus. I
Okay.
don't know if we saw you.
That's okay.
That's okay.
It's fine. Don't even worry about it.
But so, getting back, you let your isogenic people know.
Yeah. Yes.
What did you do from there?
So I vested in the mastermind, and I had just had a baby, and I was kind of lost because I was helping my husband run our other business, and I had a franchise at the time that I wasn't feeling aligned with. It was fun, but I was like, no, like there's something more. So invested in the mastermind, and just something clicked, and I said, hey. People are asking me for my expertise all the time. This is my background. And they're like, you should business coach. And I was like, I should. Okay. And they're like, just do it. And so they held me accountable. And I said, okay, I'm just going to make this post. Like I knew marketing, I knew Facebook, but I didn't know like the back end. Mm-hmm. So I was like, well, I got a PayPal link and I'll make a Facebook post and we'll just see what happens.
So you literally just put a PayPal link up on your Facebook.
Well, I didn't put so I basically said, hey, you guys, I just finished this mastermind. Mm-hmm. I'm excited. I am going to start business coaching. So many of you have asked me for business guidance and advice. This is where I'm at. And I was like, if anybody, I really wasn't attached to the outcome. I was just kind of like, we'll see what happens. Put it out there. And then I had 4 people reach out to me. And then
4 people.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Pause for a second.
Yeah.
You just put yourself out there. You
Yes.
shared your story.
Yes.
And you got answers.
I did. Well, but I think that I'll be
Which
honest
is
with
huge.
you. It was me sharing it all up until that point. So it wasn't
Yes.
like I just came out of the woodwork. Like
Okay.
I want to be clear that I was very present on social.
Yes.
It wasn't like I just came out of I think that would have been a different scenario, but I came in like, hey, like you guys have watched me.
Yes.
I've been very transparent about.
You brought your people
Yes.
along. For
Oh,
the
I
journey.
bring them along all the time.
Yes.
I love it.
But I think that's so important too because you've been pivoting.
Yeah.
You were in isogenics. You tried it. Like you've been sharing the journey. And I
Yes.
think people resonate with storytelling.
Yes.
And they know who you
It's the best.
are. And
your
it
truth.
was just like the natural progression of what you
Yes.
were already curating.
Yes,
which is
and I
so
tend to
cool.
do that a lot. Like I will just be honest with people, like, "Hey, this is what's going on," or, "This is the shift," or it's very like natural, and I love it because I'm like, I just want to be honest with people.
Yep.
If you're honest with them, it's very easy.
Yes.
But if you try to give it so much fluff, which I'm like, done with the fluff, just
Yes.
be real.
Yeah.
So since Brooke gave her PayPal link, she's grown her business exponentially, has clients, and we actually connected through a networking group and a dear friend, Christine, who Brooke reached out and asked for if she knew anyone in social media management. And Christine connected us. And since then, it's been almost 2.5 years.
Oh my gosh.
Which is crazy.
Well, right.
And we started working together to help, coach people and get them confident online.
Yes.
Since to this very day, we have hosted not one, but three retreats.
Yes.
We
A dinner
host-
of dreams.
a dinner of dreams.
Because that's like a standalone.
Yes.
Like that was a gorgeous
Yes.
experience. Yeah.
We had 35 entrepreneurs for a very intimate dining experience at the
Yes.
Dinner of Dreams.
Yes.
We've hosted a mastermind of
Yes.
18 women
Yes.
for 6 months.
Yep.
And worked with I would say at
Yes.
least 100 people.
Yes. Yes. So it has been an amazing experience. So I just want to share with everyone, like, I think that people don't get me wrong. I think there's a time and place for certification, but I feel like there is, if you can help people and you know how to help them, just do it.
Yes.
Just put it in an offer and then get some feedback, and you're going to shift and you're going to grow. And that's where the, like, you're going to figure it out piece comes in.
Yes.
But yeah, it's been very cool to see, because I feel like all the things that I've done up to this point, all the expertise just is now here. Right. And
Yes.
that's where I feel like, and then I just basically called you. This is what's so cool about Grace is she just showed up with pen and paper and she's like, I'm in. So I don't know if you've seen that meme where it's like that weird little frog and he's like in this like weird little car. It's like a Barbie car.
Uh-huh.
And she's like, we're going somewhere. Let's go. And that's how it's basically, I didn't know where we were going or what we were doing, but I felt like Grace is my person. And she's like, let's go. And so anything, like we were just like co-creating, collaborating, and it's just been so fun.
Yes.
So fun. I mean, it has been hard, not because of Grace, I will tell you. Our partnership is, I think it's very
Yes.
unique and dynamic.
Yes.
Because we've both done the growth, or the work,
Yes.
and you know, communicate. Like, I can't say this enough. Be over communicative
Yes.
in anything, right? Even if you feel like it's heard and understood, like say it again.
Yes.
Because
And I mean, even just building a partnership
Yes.
from what we've learned, like you truly have to put your ego aside, like we were talking about.
Yeah.
Like just saying what you need to say, like that
Yeah.
John Mayer song, say what you need to say. Like literally say it, bitch.
yes, and say it in a way that can be received.
Yes.
And say it in a way I feel like without the ego. So
Yes.
when the ego is not present,
Mm-hmm.
it is so awesome.
Mm-hmm.
And I feel like with us, the ego is not there. I mean, there have been times where we've both been stressed,
Yes.
and I feel like we've come at a situation because we're both like coming at it because we're stressed.
Mm-hmm.
But I don't feel like it's been like at each other. And I feel like we just kind of, you know, whether
It's like the stress is outside our bubble.
Yes.
Like we'll come together and be
Yes.
like, okay,
yes,
I can breathe, or
yes,
like we'll
and we'll
remind
vent
each
it out,
other.
or
Yeah.
we'll just be like, or I'll hold space for you, you hold space for me, or
Yes.
I'll be like, okay,
Yes.
yes. It's hard.
It's really hard.
It's hard to be a thought leader or leader, curating events, holding space for women.
Mm-hmm.
And I did it. The same stuff came up in my network marketing teams too, because there's just a lot of stuff that happens,
Mhm.
and a lot of people look to you to lead through it. Which, I mean, I get it. You know,
Definitely.
yeah,
I will say though, like outside my immediate family, and like I definitely have like close friendship
Yeah.
circle. Like
yeah,
you are the first person who has truly like held me accountable and breathed life into me.
Oh, I love you, Grace.
I love
see
you.
someone. And this last content camp, I was telling her, I was like, "Do you see her? Like, do you see her?" I was like, "Dang. I mean, you were just in your. I mean, I've seen you in your element,
Mhm.
but I just like saw you. I was like, holy bananas! I want to be here when I grow up. Like, so great. Yeah,
But you
you're
just
awesome.
have like such a beautiful way of seeing people where they are and
Thank you.
who they could become.
I
like-
love that. I
and-
love that. I don't know. God's given me that gift because I'm like, I see you here. I see you on stage. Like, you don't see yourself there, but I want to speak life into you until
Yes.
you feel like you have that. Like, borrow my confidence.
Yes.
Like, borrow it. You
But
have it.
It really took me like meeting you and
Mhm.
understanding like that's what a relation, like a true like friendship partnership should be.
Oh.
Like that is like how we should hold ourselves accountable and like hold our relationships accountable.
And that's been done for me.
Yeah.
I now have the people, my circle around me doing that.
Yes.
So that's a true testimony. And then obviously before it, like totally break down, it's my husband.
Yes.
He does that for me.
We love
So,
you, Kenny. Love
Yes. He is, yeah,
you. Mhm.
the best. I
Yes.
mean, the rock of the rocks. He supported me through, we've weathered a lot
Mhm.
together. I mean, yeah. So,
But it's like finding your people. And I think
yes.
what people like this quantum leap. So we were actually Christine, who introduced
Yes.
us, invited us on the Higher Self Gala Quantum Leap panel
Yes.
this past December,
Yes,
which
love
was
Christine.
huge.
Mhm.
And what I realized through that was, our answer to quantum leaping in many different capacities, obviously through our own business journeys, but like it really should. It was like, woo!
Yeah.
When we started
Yes.
working together.
Yes.
I think if anything, like if you're listening to this and you're like, I don't know how to get unstuck, like maybe you just need a Brooke.
Oh, or
Like,
Grace. Give yourself
like,
grace.
yeah, maybe
Hello.
you just need someone in your life
or a new community that can
Yes.
like transport you there.
Yes.
And so that's what we're building.
Yes, because I believe in that. I believe in the power of collaboration.
Yes.
I have seen it 10 times. I'm like, I love connecting people because I'm like, I don't need to be I don't want to be your everything. Like, different stuff. So I'm
Yes.
like, you need to work with this person. Why not work with them? And that is an abundance mindset. I learned that too in my process. That is scarcity mindset for a long time.
Yes.
And so I was like,
So-
there's enough for us all.
What does that mean? Because when you like, these are definitely like very fluffy female entrepreneur terms that
Yeah.
we've learned in our journey, like quantum leaping.
Yeah.
We have abundance mindset. Like those are honestly terms I had never heard before.
Really?
Until moving to Denver.
Stop.
Like I swear to God.
Are you serious?
Yes.
Wow.
Like I swear to God, Denver's like this like little woo-woo hub of like beautiful female entrepreneurship.
Yeah.
That, like we truly
Yeah.
like aim to do these things. But like honestly, what you've described from your bar business, like
Yeah.
explain what is a scarcity mindset.
Okay, a scarcity mindset is holding on to like your information, right? So, for instance, I had someone tell me the other day because I help people sell their expertise online,
Right.
and I had someone who has a business, and she's like, "Well, I can't share that because that'll give away what I do." And I'm like, "What do you mean? Like, this is why you're not going to the next level, is because you're holding on to this information." So it's like scarcity is like not working with someone else because you're jealous or you're comparing or you think that they're going to steal your business or scarcity is thinking like there's not enough for me. I can't tag you in a post because they'll see what I do.
Or she's doing it better already, so I don't need to.
Yes. Or not inviting someone to an event or not including. I'm a very like including person. I mean, I feel like there's a time and place where there's different containers that will help people at different levels. So there's that piece, but I also feel like, hey, if you guys work well together and you're in the same industry, like why not collaborate at the top?
Yes.
Like it's power. I mean, you've seen it over and over and over again when people work together that are business coaches. Like if you're a business coach, I love it. Awesome. We're coming to my world. Like
Yes.
you're probably different in your values and some people are going to want to work with me and some people are going to want to work with you. That is totally fine. But see, people who get in scarcity feel like I can't because I need it. I don't have enough. And that's scarcity. Abundance is like flowing. It's like going to flow through me. And so I've always felt like, and I've seen it's scarce. The bar business was very scarcity, very competitive, like try to outdo the next person instead of like, why don't we all work together on, why is it like we do a promotion where somebody comes to our bar and then goes to your bar next? It was never like that. Whereas like in this space, it's all about that. I'm like, oh, you got to work. Let me support you here. Let me talk about your business on my social and that has just come back for me tenfold when I've had those types of mindsets. And so I just invite you to be like more abundant. Like, how can I help you get here? One of the first books I read that was given to me in network marketing that's forever changed my life that I highly suggest you getting. It's called The Go-Giver. And that has, changed everything.
Okay, we'll put that in the show notes for sure. Wow. I love that so much.
Yeah.
Okay, so we're going to split this into a 2-part series.
Yeah.
But Brooke, thank you so much
Oh my
for
gosh.
sharing.
I'm so excited
Stay
for you.
tuned. Stay tuned for the next one. So many golden nuggets of wisdom, but I want to ask you this question. You've shared so much. I mean, even just scarcity, abundance, like your journey, how we partnered together. What, like looking back on it, what is advice that you would have given to your younger self or to someone listening? I know it's such a cheesy question, but I always love when people give me even just a little snippet of advice.
Okay. And it might sound cliche, but it really is so true. It is go find the people living the life that you want to live. And that might take you removing yourself from a circle or going to a networking event that you're like, I'm scared about, or going about or learning something new. I feel like I see so many people not wanting to learn. They're like so stuck in their ways. I'm like, go.
Yes.
And not just open. I mean, I love to learn. So yes, that's my.
I love that. And how are you giving yourself more grace this season?
Oh, wow. Let me
I'm
just
not
tell
talking about
you,
me,
girl,
I'm
that's
talking
a
about-
whole nother podcast.
Yes.
So I am, I come from a very hustle background. And so I'm starting to slow down right now, obviously to move ahead, but I'm giving myself grace in this like 2-month period.
Just 2 months.
then I'm going. Then I'll be like, Grace, let's go.
Yes.
Yeah. But again, it's hard. It's hard. I'm intrinsically on a cellular level, very like go. It's very
Same.
hard for me to relax.
Same.
Mhm.
Same girl, same.
So I'm giving myself grace and slowing down.
I love
So
that.
slow down.
Maybe. And then, okay, one last thing. How can we support you in this season?
Oh.
So, I mean, collectively, just to share with you guys, we are launching some pretty epic things.
Yes.
Our collab club is launching in October
So
for
excited for that.
female entrepreneurs to collaborate, just like Brooke and I have. And also, we're hosting our Dinner of Dreams September 26th.
Yes.
But personally for you, because we're going to share all this in the show notes, but how can we support you in this season?
Well, of course, like a follow on Instagram.
Mhm.
What supports me is when I get messages from people who've taken what they've learned from me and applied it and had a result. So if you consume any of my content and you apply it, whether you buy anything from me or not, don't care. Please put it into place and let me know that you did it.
Yes.
Because that just fires me up.
I love that
those
so
messages.
much.
They're my favorite.
Well, I love
Okay.
you. Thank you. Thank you so much. Go follow, subscribe, do all the things to my beautiful bestie Brooke.
Thank you so much for listening. Your support means everything to me. If you found this episode inspiring, please share it on your social media and tag me. I'd love to thank you personally. And as always, sending you love and rooting for you. See you in the next episode.